What up, fish tank people? Real quick before I show you Bryan's tanks tonight, I got a free live webinar. It starts at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. That's 4:30 Pacific. Sign up. If you can't make it live, sign up. You get the replay. I'm doing a long live Q&A at the end too. It's starting at 7:30 instead of 8 o'clock. Gonna roll as long as I can until I pass out with Q&A at the end. We're talking about substrate tonight. It's gonna be a good one. You can't make it live, sign up and get the replay. Check out Bryan's tanks. Here we go. What up, fish tank people? FishTankTV.com. Dustin's Fish Tanks bringing it to you at Bryan's house. Bryan is the only guy I know that can pull wool from his parents' basement, but now he's out of his parents' basement where he had all the 6 tanks. You can see the link in the end of this video of all Bryan's old tanks. And now they're set up at his house, and I'm jacked to be showing it to you. I was having a rough day until I came over to Bryan's house.
What's up, folks?
What's up, Bryan? Dude, I walk in, he has me at hello, dude. Give people the proper introduction on the concrete tank real quick. We're going to do all of Bryan's tanks, and we're going to add some new fish upstairs, dude. Talk to us, though. 125 concrete. Take it away, dude. Come close and talk close to the mic if you don't care.
This was the original, the best cichlid tank I've ever seen with my own 2 eyes video.
Correct.
I had 30 different Malawis in here, a couple Tanganyikans. But a few years ago I decided I would change the tanks up, as I was running that for about 3 years, and now we're running full on planted in here, which is great. A little bit higher carbonate hardness with the extra rock in the back, and everything seems to be rocking now.
And dude, you are not a dirt guy.
No dirt.
And that's that's a hell no too. That's not even
no
that's a hell no. And he's the only dude I know that rocks glass cats. Like, I mean, like, just how many you got in there, dude?
There's close to 40 now.
40 in there? Wow.
They look. You can see 25.
They look fabulous, dude. I mean, I'm always pumping the dirt in the substrate. But explain though, like, you are not your average fish tank cleaner. Like, what goes on in here? There's no such thing as like anything better than a Bryan Campbell cleaning. Like, you joke with me about how dirty the greenhouse tanks are, dude. Like, tell me, like, what do you do in this tank, dude?
All the water changes happen all the time. That's the key to your success. I've always said it. Do your water changes, you'll be successful.
Okay.
But for me, I try and leave paths in the open where there's no plants. That way there's going to be some roots there, but you'll always notice in my tanks that there's always empty space.
Right.
I clean the empty space. For the most part, I leave the stuff where there's plants in there all the time. That never gets cleaned. Every now and then I'll stick my finger in the sand and stir it up a bit just so you don't get dead pockets. But once there's a root in there, they're going to eat all the excess nutrients. So I clean everything that you see that's white here. Just, I don't know, 3 or 4 days ago, I'm sure. I did a 50% water change on it, filled it back up, and that happens every 2 to 3 weeks. And as you can tell, the plants love it.
Man, the Crenonatans, what you kind of hurt or whatever, or was it the Calamastratum you hurt? I forget. One of them got really injured.
The Calamastratum got injured, and we broke most of the head off. As you can see now, it's starting to develop a pretty good base back.
Good.
It's slowly coming back.
Crenum growing in just plain inert pool filter sand, right?
It's 100% silica sand. There's a little bit of fluorite in here, because at one point I tried to do a fluorite tank, and I ended up just mixing some extra sand in here. But it's so old, I don't think it's really doing too much for me anymore. But yeah, it's just pool filter sand. I don't use fertilizers.
Nothing. Well, you do water. You do the work.
I do water changes.
You do the work. You do the work.
You do the water changes, and you can make anything happen.
All right, now I gotta show this. Bryan's got. We're gonna do some filter moving around here. Bryan has been rocking the old school FX5. Here is the next gen FX6. You guys can still win an FX4. The contest is still going on. Link it up. Bryan, when did you, this is no BS, when did you get the Flueball FX5?
The week it hit the market.
For real?
I had one on my doorstep.
Did you really?
I did.
From Tony back in the day?
Not even from Tony.
No?
No, Tony wasn't going to get them initially, so I waited, and I knew the release date. I got on the website, and I bought one.
Really?
It's the best thing I've ever had on this fish tank. I've ran it for as long as I've had this 125 going. There's been an FX5 on it.
For real?
Best filter I've ever had.
Why?
Down.
Why do you like it?
If you keep this filter clean, you're never going to lose your water flow. The only problem I've ever had with it is the snails, and that's on my behalf. Occasionally you can get one of the little trumpet snails or Malaysian snails, whatever you want to call them, and they can make a little bit of vibrating in your impeller. But beyond that, this filter won't stop on you.
Nice.
I like that it burps itself every 24 hours, so you're never going to get the loud noises, the gurgling noises you get from some of the other filters. Then I've got an Ehan that I paid more money for, sitting in the garage on a shelf that I'm not ever going to use again. Because I wasn't as impressed with it as what I was with the capacity of the FX5.
Right, and then the FX6 has the adjustable, comes with the full, easy to use instructions. So we're going to do some filter swapping after a bit, get that sucker off here. But let's show everyone where the FX5 is going, because like most of y'all, Bryan's got lots of tanks, dude. Up the steps. Brian's new house. I'm taking home some tomatoes with me because you got plenty to spare. Brian just like Brian's got his girlfriend living with him and his dog, which I think is hilarious because his dog's on. This is what we're doing. This is actually not where the FX5 is going, but that's another tank. But look at this. This is where the Compressiceps from our friends at Imperial are going, yeah?
That's exactly right.
All right, dude. Give us a spiel on this, though. Pull the Compressiceps out. Let's see these suckers.
All right, folks. Just know I'm in this competition for the FX4 as well. I'm gunning for y'all.
You're gunning for y'all? You're gunning for everybody? The FX6 isn't enough. He wants an FX4 as well. So all right, Compressiceps, dude. Break it down. I don't know squat about cichlids, dude. What do you got?
All right, these are Altolampragus Compressiceps
from our boys at Imperial,
and they are the fire fin. Really cool feature of these fish. They should get bright blue lips when they hit maturity. Their fins are going to have a lovely orange hue to them, and they'll get a yellow with the brown stripes in them. It's probably one of the coolest fish, if not my favorite fish I've ever kept.
Okay.
But they're going to go in another.
And just so everybody knows, the yellow is the yellow water is not like bad water. That's a furan or something they put in there to keep them from breathing down. I forget the exact what it is, but I've seen them do it.
We won't put this water in our tanks. We'll get the fish ready, and we'll just take the fish out and put them directly in the tank. So you don't have to take any risk of any ammonia or anything that might happen from transit. That's normal.
This is so sick right here. Look at this setup.
Let it down.
All right. All one of Brian's 8 TV tanks. I got you, dude.
It's taped up, folks, because I have fiddler crabs in here, and if y'all have never kept them before, they escape.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Awesome.
That was on my list, and he was like, give me some of those. Then he found them all over his egg. So we're floating the Compressiceps, concrete background, rocking the old, what is that, a 40?
Fluval 205.
205? I didn't even see one of those. So, all right, so this right here, though, Compressiceps, high pH, you're talking...
High pH. I'm going to run them about 9.0.
9.0, okay.
Carbonate hardness 150. GH.
KH 150, wow.
KH 150. GH, I mean, heck, GH could hit 200. I'm not going to worry about it in the slightest.
Okay, and then concrete's naturally giving us that?
The concrete's naturally dissolving calcium all the time. So you're going to get the high KH, you're going to get a higher pH. It's great. Downstairs, with my water change and the fact that I have so many plants, they're absorbing all the extra carbonate hardness. In a Tanganyikan tank where you don't have any plants, and you can put some in there, but without that, I'm not going to lose the nutrients and the carbonate hardness as fast as I will downstairs.
I gotcha. This is going to be hot with the Compressiceps in there.
This is going to be a neat little tank.
Dude, it looks so good. And this is the first time we've actually had to follow it up. Can you flip it down again to show it again? Or actually, well, the fish are in there. Let's show everybody the 75 real quick. I want to show this. Brian and I lugged, by the way. This sucked to move. There's the dog that screwed up the Berber carpet. Hey, dog. Keep being terrible. Only didn't attack me. God, I love this room. All right, the old school TV tank, pagoda rock.
Original, but now it's got pagoda in there.
Oh, nice, dude.
Lots of cherry shrimp in there.
Yeah,
Probably
need some of mine in there.
Get some new genetics.
Get some new blood going in there. Looking hot. Pagoda rock, can you even find that anymore?
It's hard to find, but I got almost 150 pounds in buckets over here.
And then what are we going to do over here, dude?
This tank, we're going to put the old school FX5 on it. I've had that filter for years now, but it's still running strong. No problems with it at all. It'll give me a little bit better cleaning. Right now I've got on this tank just a 405 on here. I tell you guys, Fluval is the best filter on the market.
Yeah.
From my mouth, hands down.
Yeah.
Best filter on the market.
Everybody hears me say it, but yeah, no, I mean, you've been, Timmy, old man Timmy turned me on to them back in the day, and then Tony, actually.
Exactly.
And then what's up with the, what kind of Synodontis you got in here, dude?
We've got Synodontis petricola, we got Synodontis multipunctatus, we got Synodontis shoddentai. If I'm saying it wrong, guys, I'm sorry.
Whatever.
But they are wicked cool. I just fed, so you're seeing a little
bit
of particulate matter. Lupi is awesome. I'll try and see if I can't get some of the catfish to come out for you. And I've also got a couple Angelicus in here.
Angelicus in here?
Large Angelicus.
Oh, those are the cool ones.
They're the big. They got the white bodies with the
What's
big.
that? A Venustus? What's the big?
It's a Livingstone.
Livingstone, excuse me.
That's Bryan Campbell raised.
Oh yeah. Were those the ones that used to be in the 125?
Yeah, those are from 125. I think I got 6 or 8 babies.
Oh, what's that? What's that? I've always liked those. The tanking at the top there. What is that thing?
That is.
What is that?
Julidachromis.
Yeah, that's what it is.
It's not a Regani. Forgive me, folks, I'm forgetting on. I kept Regani first time ever, but it's a Julidachromis. It's a cool, wicked, cool Tanganyikan.
Nice. Dude, looking real good, man. Same deal in this tank. Water changes. How big you do?
You just about 30 pieces. Probably 50 to 60% water changes at least every 3 weeks.
Okay.
Most time every 2 weeks.
Cool.
I'm going to shoot back there. You can see we have a lot of catfish behind the
nice
plastic.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot back there. Nice, dude. Cool. And then I want to go back to the compressor steps. How long are you going to be acclimating these for? How do you do it?
I'm going to let them float for probably close to an hour. I might put them in a bucket. I might not. I really just don't know yet. But I will slowly start adding in about a quarter of a cup. This bag, I'm guessing, has 3 cups of water-ish in it right now. And if I add in a quarter cup every 20 to 30 minutes, I think that'll be sufficient. After probably about 2 hours, we'll put them in the tank.
Nice.
They seal the bags very well, folks. Generally, I try.
Now, this is the proper way to bag fish, by the way, because you can cut or you can just yank on this. Jacob, I'm assuming, bagged this. This is the way to do it.
We'll try it.
Yeah, you can. So you can go like that, and then you do a second grab. That's gonna poke me in the nuts. Yeah, so there they go. And then this additional bag, same deal. So good stuff. Shout outs to our boys at Imperial. Stay tuned for the special. You know it's coming. What do you got?
The reason just so some people don't question it, they always invert the bag. That's correct, so that your fish don't get their head stuck in a corner.
Right. Explain that though, because people don't understand. So the bag goes down, and then this is closed on top, so it's all round, all the way around.
Exactly. There's no sharp corners. If you put a fish in this corner, he's going to pop through this bag very quickly.
Got you.
You're going to get a bunch of dead fish.
Hate life, yeah.
Or hate life, but
they
do it correct there. They know what they're doing.
They know what they're doing. Yeah, dude, I'm jacked about it, dude. This is going to be a hot tank when those go in there, dude. Nice. So, all right, everybody. Stay tuned for more on this. Be checking that email. See that special coming this Friday from Imperial. Everybody have a fabulous week. I was having a rough day until I came over to Bryan's house, and now I feel a hell of a lot better. Tank on, everybody. Light!